It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Well, winter has certainly arrived here in November as we're all set to go. And we're off from Baltimore. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, second year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
May will throw to get us started here. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you could be a Pro Bowler.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's May. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Patriots punt team coming out for the former 6th-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Play fake, Jackson. Likely's got it right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. That one gonna go against the D. This play heads out of bounds. Marker down though, Brock. Could be some free yards here. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, here's Lamar. Aguilar with the grab. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down read option. He keeps it running right. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
2nd and 6 now. Complete Derrick Henry. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Putting a receiver in motion. They'll run here with Henry. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. Give him 4 yards, and they're sitting on 3rd and goal now.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have a great first drive and get the game's first points. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. Snowy weather, no problem throwing that point after. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. New England taking the field. Its 2nd series of the game coming up. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. He'll get this to Henry. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. May. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10. Here's Stevenson. Down the sideline inside the 40. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
First and 10 now from the 30. Going play action, May. Go left side, cut by Douglas.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 27. He's on the move. He keeps it and takes off. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a New England 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running the counter, Stevenson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Gibson here from the gun. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Namdi Matabike making that stop. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. May now. That'll be complete to Gibson. And he takes this down to the 10 before hitting the sideline.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Up and good from Joseph. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Henry on the catch. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from the 41. They've got a man in motion. He finds Aguilar. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Lamar now from the gun. That's taken in by Henry.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. Defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Again, it's Jackson to the air. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact, how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
The Patriots offense all set to go. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
From the 48. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, here's May. That finds Gibson, complete. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Trying to throw for it with May. Has him on the quick hitter. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
That big fourth down call is how we close out our first quarter. 7-3 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. On the option, here's Gibson. He still has room inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. May now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Stevenson with another carry. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's May to the air. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a second quarter lead. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Patriots push their lead to 3. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Deontay Hardy to return. And look at this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Baltimore running its offense out now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Ball at the 33 for first down. And they send a man in motion. 1st and 10, here's Jackson. Finds his man, it's Rashad Bateman. And he's gonna get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
This is Henry on second. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Tackle made by Jawan Bentley. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They motion a receiver left. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. Past midfield to the 45. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A tight end in motion now. Play action. Here's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
On first down, Jackson escapes the pocket. He's keeping it again. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a second-quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that could create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Patriots and Ramondre Stevenson getting the football back now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw for May. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a New England first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Completed over the middle. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's May. Gets it quickly to Douglas. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 1. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're now set for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running it again with Gibson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Patriots at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. May. Cut by Gibson. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Fourth down's going to bring out Joey Sly and the Patriots field goal unit for the first time. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Up and good from Joseph. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this to Henry. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Kyle Duggar hauling him down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Play action now with Jackson. Taken in by Likely. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, here's Lamar. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Lamar off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He calls his own number again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Jabril Peppers with the pick. And the Patriots make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
You could see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defensive coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel. These guys on the field made the right play.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore. The Ravens flying into the break with a lead. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Hardy on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. First and 10 now from the 30. Man in motion out of the slot. The drive begins with Henry. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. He's got Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now it's Lamar. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Christian McCaffrey with the play.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They motion the slot man right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here's Lamar. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. First down throw for Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And again, it's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know that it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. They'll run here with Henry. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Once more, here's Henry. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A pickup of 4, that brings up 3rd and goal.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Man in motion here. 3rd and goal, he'll run an option to the right. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown, his 3rd total score this game. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens grow their lead to 8. Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Patriots and Antonio Gibson back out on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Third quarter starts with a run by Stevenson, and he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First and 10 from the 41. They go again with Stevenson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Second down, they go back to Stevenson. Cuts it to the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Couldn't connect there, incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
May now on 3rd down. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're gonna be stuck with a 4th and long.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL where they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Up and good from Joseph. And that gets them back within 5.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, well, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. Bateman hauls it in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Jawan Bentley.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
On 1st down, Jackson gets this one to Andrews. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. One of the tight ends motioning right. From the 43. Andrews with the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning the tight end left. This is Henry on second. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Play fake, Jackson. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Ball at the 33 for first down. They send him left out of the slot. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley. So we're through 3 here. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Henry. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
2nd and 3 now. Henry running to the left. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Tucker on for the extra point. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Ravens push the lead up to 12. the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Patriots back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. May now from the gun. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 21. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. May looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Kate, little good news, bad news, right? Bad news, you take a sack. Good news is you do actually have a few more plays in your playbook. Everybody always says, well, you got more room to operate. No, what you have are now more options with that offense. Now you got to avoid taking a sack and get that ball out of your hand.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's May. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. May throwing for it. Chased out, and they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots now within 1 score in the 4th. Drake made the touchdown. Well, Brock, not the way I imagine it was designed there on 4th and goal, but I don't think these coaches cared how he got the job done. Just make sure you get in for 6.
Yeah, really just 2 options here as the game speeds up down there, right? Find a throwing lane and execute quickly, or you better escape and make it happen with your legs. He didn't get the throwing lane, the coverage he wanted. So a great decision. You cannot hesitate. You got to go for it, and he sure did, and use that athleticism for 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Hardy on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Here's 2nd and 5. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Handoff headed right to Henry. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's got Andrews. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10 now. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Putting a receiver in motion. He'll throw it. And the Patriots got home. They dropped him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And a fair catch made here at the 17. So no return on that punt. And the Pats will take over. The New England offense running out now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Going play action, May. Hauled in left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Patriots 1st down.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Patriots facing a 5-point deficit. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. May. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
A gain of 26 yards.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. New set of downs for him from the 46. Setting up to pass. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a pickup of 11. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Here he is to throw. He's on the move. Took off with it again. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. From the red zone now. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative when the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Desperation time here on fourth. Throw is caught by the back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. And they get the stop. This is going to be a turnover on down. So now their opponent's final chance coming up.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And given the weather, I'm not sure we expected to see quite as much offense as we did, Brock. Credit both offenses for having a plan to deal with the snow, and of course to these guys for playing through that cold and leaving here with a victory. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.